Hi, I'm Lay with LayShidell.com, and I have a training for you today about Asana, and I'm going to take you over to a screen here to let you see things going on. Okay, and so we're going to go over to Asana. So what I would do is have you create an account. It's free to use unless you want some of the bells and whistles, so then you would have to upgrade. But for everything that I'm showing you in this demonstration, this program is free to use. It runs on your browser, nothing to download or anything like that. So you'd sign up for an account. And the way we'd get started is we'd go over to the far right-hand side where your name will be listed. Actually, it'll be your email address. And you'll click on that. And then you'll pull down to my profile settings and click on that. You'll see when the window opens up that we have 7 different options here, and these are all more detailed information that you can look into on your own in the future. For today's training, we're just going to work on the profile here. So your name will be as you've listed it on the account. You can change it here if you want it to display differently for some reason. Your first time you will click the link here, which will be to add your profile picture. Since I have one there now, it would allow me to change. That same link will allow me to change my profile photo. I'm the only one on my team, and I'm not using this with anyone else currently, so I don't have a need for roles or a department or even about me. But I would populate this information if you're using a team. It just kind of informs other people on the team who they're looking at and what role they play within. And then you're just going to click the update profile here at the bottom. Okay, so now we're set to go. Once you have that set up, what you're going to want to do is create a team. Now, I already have a team created. To do that, though, you'll just click on Teams Plus here to the right of it, and it's going to bring up a new team, and you're going to populate that with a name, a description, and then you're going to add the members with either a name or their email account because they'll have to be people who are already on your account. So they'll be listed as other members. Then the privacy settings is membership by request, and if you want to change that to something private or hide it, then you're going to have to upgrade to a different version. And then you would just click on create the team, and since I already have one, we'll just bypass this. The next thing that you have, once you have the team, we need to click on it. So when you click on it, you can see you can add conversations that could be ongoing with other people, and you can have a team calendar, something that everybody looks at, and it's set up broken out by the different people over the project who's assigned to what at what period in time. And then we're going to add a project. So this is the project, and we're going to come over here to the plus and click on it. We're going to add a new project, and for the purposes of this demo, I'm calling it a test. It is part of this team that we've already established. I like a list layout. You can choose to use sticky notes on a board style. The privacies are public to the team that you've established or private to you. If you want to make it private to specific project members, you're going to have to upgrade your membership. So we're going to create a team. We're going to create a project here called test. Now, for the purposes of this training, what I did is I laid out an outline, and actually that's how I do most projects. I spend a little bit of time thinking about what's going to go into the project and what are the steps that need to be accomplished. Don't worry if you leave something out. It's real easy to alter the information that we're going to add. So what I suggest is using a word processing program, and I've already created an outline for us to use for this. This is an outline of specifically these steps that we're going through to just show you how to put a small project in Asana. Now you can add tasks here at this point just by clicking on add tasks and then add a section. But I'm going to add everything at once by clicking below that button on that first empty line. And you'll see it brings up write a task, and you could individually start writing tasks, typing them out one by one at this point. But what I'm going to do is paste in now that outline that I brought in from the word processor. And you can see it has quickly populated with that entire outline tasks that need to be accomplished in order to complete this project of using Asana and how you create a team and a project and set up. project within Asana. So then once you've done that, you can see that we have an area here specific to assigning information details to each task on the project. So the first thing that you do would be to assign it and then set a due date. Different members can like or not to the project itself. You can tag specific members to it. The project, you could add subtasks with this link to a specific task. You can attach a file. Let's say on this specific task, we wanted to attach that file to that Word document that I just opened. We could do that at this point, and then everybody on the team would have access to that file. And then this last one is more actions that you can take. If you click on it, you'll see that you can add or copy a task here. You can mark it as dependent upon another task within this list. You can copy the task URL if you want to send it to a member in the group, then they don't have to navigate through the entire program to find that one specific task. You can merge duplicate tasks that have been created, and you can convert a single task into a project. Let's say you list a task, but you realize that, oh, wow, I thought there were a couple things to do here on this task, but it's going to be like a dozen steps. So I'm going to need some help on this, or I need more time to accomplish it. So you might break it out and create a project from that one task at this point. You can also print from the screen, and you can make this a full screen. So that covers the information about what you can do. So what we do is come to the first item in the list to set up Asana. And if you note on the far right, we have a little head and shoulders of a person, and if you hover it, it says assign this task. If I click on it, I can either name or list an email as who it's assigned to, or I can just assign it to me. And since I'm the only one on my project, it's real easy to go through and just click down the list and assign these to myself. So then I would go, I'm not going to, but I could go through and do this for each one. So then I come back on the first one and I'll set a due date. Now for me, I'm going to accomplish all of these today. So I would just go through and add today's date to it. And you can see it put today on it. Let's say this one way down the list though, I am going to accomplish all of these today, but let's say that I needed to do this one tomorrow or a list of them tomorrow. So I'm on that item and the due date. So now I just select tomorrow's date. And you can see on here it gives it tomorrow's date. And then if I'm going down further down the list, whoops, on the side here, and let's say that I get to this one, and let's say that this one's, whoops, this one's due date is going to be next week because I don't have time to work on it. I can just set it, and it actually will display the date then. So if it's today or tomorrow, it's going to say today or tomorrow. If it's a date down the road, it's going to give you that date in this spot. That basically covers the information in this